All right. Steph Curry's getting up there. Got another year in his contract. And here's where I want to start.
All right, go ahead.
Tim Kawakami today in the SF Standard wrote a story on, 4 bold things about the Warriors in this upcoming season. And he wrote this sentence. And this was just Tim Kawakami. This wasn't a quote.
All right.
But did it strike me? Absolutely. This is what Tim Kawakami wrote about the Warriors. It's more of a reset than a teardown because that's what's best for Steph Curry. And what's best for Steph Curry is always what's best for the Warriors.
Oh, if you were driving, I'm sure that you would have crashed. Wow. Can you read it one more time for us? Serious.
Kawakami talking about how the Warriors are going to approach the offseason, saying it's more of a reset than a teardown because that's what's best for Steph Curry. And what's best for Steph Curry is always what is best for the Warriors.
Can I tell you what I want to do right now?
I disagree. I think that's far-fetched.
If that was a contract and there was a line for me to sign my John Hancock, I'd be over there and do it. And, again, that's Kawakami signing. He's close to the situation. But I know you hate to hear that. But in a crazy world in Dub Nation, most of you have been agreeing with me. I just feel like that's how it should be in regard to, again, not drop your trousers and get taken to the cleaners. It's not that. It's if we really just have an adult discussion about what this dude has meant.
Okay.
I almost feel vindicated hearing that just from a source, TK, because they're backing up those actions with what they've been or trying to do.
Right. They're doing that, but
you don't like it.
On a fundamental level, that's everything that's wrong.
Wow.
If that's the theme, you're telling me a player's more important than the team. And that blows my mind no matter who the player is. However, if that's what you're doing, this is where I don't want to hear any gripes from people if they stay stuck in the mud for a couple years. And here's the other thing. What would be best for Steph Curry? To get a contract extension for 2027, 2028 at $65 million. That would be best for Steph Curry. Do you truly believe that is the best thing for the Golden State?
No.
Okay, well then there it is. Then that's not a.
But you're removing.
What am I removing?
One of the purest and awesomest things about our life here. The loyalty component.
That's fine.
You're right.
That's great. Okay. Subscribe to that. Then shut your mouth. Shut your mouth if it doesn't produce.
Well, it hasn't been producing. But I guess is the pain different because you know why you're doing it and who you're doing it for?
Well, I don't know. Maybe the Warrior fans.
Well, not for me last year about him not making the playoffs because he didn't even play half the season. But you're right, and I can tell you that, but you're missing the why.
No, I know the why, and I'm acknowledging the why, and I'm telling you that's no way to run an organization.
Man.
Did the Lakers do what was best for Kobe Bryant?
Yes.
Was that best for the Lakers?
Nah.
Okay, so I'm not saying that Steph shouldn't get it, or that we won't enjoy Steph's last 2 or 3 years when he plays. We will, and that's maybe the route they're going down.
Okay.
But we can't complain next year if and when they get hurt. We can't complain next year if they're 15-26 halfway through the season.
It's why I'm getting bothered, partner, because now I'm putting it all together. Draymond's talking about what this thing looks like when he's gone. I'm like, miss me with that. And then Steph all of a sudden out of nowhere is saying we need to recalibrate and stop talking about championships. I know other people tried to break that down and tell me it had a different meaning, but that told me he wasn't laying in bed at night like the assassin I think he is trying to get number 5. But that leads me to believe he's feeling that way because he didn't last. The last 2 seasons he went out with an injury. You know what I'm saying? And real quick, if you want to do that game with Kobe and Steph, I know it's a lesser player, but let me ask you this, and I'll never forget this. The 4-4-100 for Draymond. Was that best for the team or Draymond? That was another smaller example of.
Okay, so if Steph wants you to rip up Draymond's contract so that they can retire together,
I think it's coming.
According to this,
okay, I think it's coming.
What's best for Curry is best for the Warriors. Okay, Draymond ending his career with the Warriors would be the best for Curry.
Yes, sir.
That's not the best for the Warriors.
No doubt.
Okay.
But it doesn't. But so I'm telling you, I bet right now it's going to happen.
I'm sure you go ahead and bet. I'm just saying. Well, then when they do it, don't say I like it, and we're going to get right back on track, and the next 2 years are going to be great.
I would like, and I'm being so real here, Stoney, can you give me some names now in the past, maybe even some cutthroat cats in upper management that would have said no to these guys that had the same type of career?
Well, you're going to hate my answer. And you're going to say, look what happened. But the Bulls did it. The Bulls did it.
Wow. But they were on. Yeah,
the Bulls had just won a title.
I got you. I hate it. I don't even want to. But that's the anomaly of all anomalies. You know what I mean?
I mean, I understand you got to do right by star players.
That's what I'm
just like Larry Bird when he had I'm not going to use him. When guys get older, you can't just. You have to be more creative instead of, well, like. I know it's preposterous, but like Steph can just play as long as he wants.
Wow. I just think of D Wade in Miami, like, man, it looks that way, Steiny. Yeah.
Actually, it's a great one. The Spurs did it with Kawhi.
Well.
Yeah.
They
didn't have a great party.
They didn't have a great party. Saying that you were milking the injury and you could have played, and that pissed him off.
Okay. But the point is Kawhi left, and years later, they're good again.
And they play tonight.
Hey, guys, we got a super chat from @G717 donating $5 to say, Guru, Curry got hurt his last 2 seasons, and he's going to be 39 years old come next year, 2027. But do you really think he's not going to get hurt next year?
I love that question, and thanks for reading it, E. I'll tell that my answer is I'm hoping he's not going to get hurt, but if I had to bet, something's going to happen, and I'm not comparing Curry to my old Cadillacs, but once one thing starts to go, Stoney, the other things start to go, and I still have yet to come to grips with the hamstring, and then he followed that season up missing damn near half the season, and it was over for us. So I get what the caller's saying. I'm just hoping he doesn't get hurt.
Okay, so you're going into next year hoping he doesn't get hurt, but the price of admission is, even though you're worried he's going to get hurt next year, you must, as an organization, give him another year after that at big money.
And
I love it. Okay,
that's and I'm not. They're going to do that, partner. Yeah.
Fine. And that's fine.
Yeah.
But again, I don't. Then, if they go 38-44 the next 2 years, what do you mean? I don't understand how they won't go that way if they recommit for an extra year for Steph and an extra year for Draymond. I hear you, man.
I gotta say something.
So really what we're doing is like everything for Steph. Okay, I'm telling you right now, and you'll say, well, you don't know that. Yeah. You're right. I don't know that, but I don't see them being super healthy next year, and I don't see them winning 50 games. and I don't see him being any kind of serious contender,
right.
like, I kind of don't want to hear it then. Antonio in Oakland. What's up, A? How you doing, man?
Oh, good, man. As far as like Draymond Green, like I don't mind the Warriors getting rid of him. As Steiny once said, he can hit the pike. To be honest, but Steph, I want him for his whole career, man. I already had to go through the Jerry Rices, going cross town to the rival Raiders. Joe Montana left, Roger Craig, Ronnie Lott. I don't want to go through that. No, can we at least keep Stephen, the guy who was drafted here, the guy who many people didn't think would be half as good as he did. So, come on, man. And honestly, man, me and Steiny do agree with this, though, man. 11th pick, draft Kareem Lopez.
Yeah.
He can help next year, too.
No doubt.
He can help, man. He can play good with him, I'm saying. I wouldn't mind him getting a veteran, but I'm more leaning towards getting that 11th pick, man. You see what's going on. Spurs got, a 20-year-old, Stephen Castle, and the Dylan Harpers helping them. So why can't we have a youngster helping us? I'm just saying. It can happen. I'm not saying he got to be our number one option, but he can be a good piece, guys.
Yeah, I like
it. Happen, Captain.
Thanks, Antonio.
Yeah. Like Sonny, you hate this, but I got to I'm either side of the street. You do the 11 pick because you strike out because you can't get anybody. I'll be excited about that 11 pick. And if you trade that 11 pick to get, well, it wouldn't be LeBron because he's FA, but hey, I'm excited either way. But a lot gets put at Steph Curry's doorstep because of the ineptitude of big-time game-changing moments for this franchise. And it was designed to have a guy like Jordan Poole, Kuminga emerge, Wiseman, to where Curry wouldn't be so dependent on at this age like they're dependent on him. And the reason they're depending on him at this age is because they struck out on the most important three of the most important at-bats to prolong Steph. And now that didn't happen, Steph's body's now is kind of giving, breaking down. But people are mad at him as if
I'm not mad at Curry.
I'm not saying you. I'm just saying in general. Like that line from TK, I'm okay with.
Okay, that's fine.
That's all. I guess I'm
all right.
And you know but I'm not okay not making the playoffs.
Well, too bad. You can't have it both ways. That's what I'm saying. They're a 37-win team. Oh, but that's because of injury. All right, well, let's sign the guy who just got hurt for half the year for 2 years from now.
But that guy's name is Steph Curry.
That's great. Okay.
Michael Jackson, fine.
Well, not Michael Jordan.
Well, yeah,
not Michael Jordan.
I give you that.
And here's the other thing. And for the life of me, okay, you're Kyle Shanahan. First of all, you're listening to 95.7 The Game, KGMZ, FM, and HD1. San Francisco and Odyssey Sports Station, always live on the free Odyssey app. All right, you're Kyle Shanahan, right? You're going into this upcoming season, all right? What's your plan for Christian McCaffrey?
Now,
I'm
Kyle, not Daryl. I'm Kyle.
He had 430 touches last year.
He have 350 or more.
All right, and I'm telling you, if that's what you want, do you acknowledge he's more likely to get hurt?
No doubt.
Okay, so you're gonna play that game with McCaffrey. Yeah. In other words, you're gonna run him.
Kyle just did it this year. Okay. I know he was hurt before, but
that's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I expect the same.
Okay. Well, I expect
caution.
That may not go well.
Oh, okay, got you. All right. Yeah, totally got you.
Okay, so if I'm Kyle Shanahan, I'm telling John Lynch, well, what are we going to do this year? We can't run McCaffrey 375 times, or have him touch it 375 times.
Drafted black.
Okay. So you have a choice. No, we're going to do it anyway, or we're going to have to protect him. It's really one or the other.
Yeah.
Okay, so now you're going to protect Curry. What does that even look like? Okay, and what I'm saying is...
You don't have the resources to do it.
To do what?
Protect him.
Okay, then he's going to get hurt.
I hope you're wrong.
Okay. But see, I acknowledge
I hear what you're saying.
I acknowledge he might not get hurt. But I think people say, well, if he doesn't get hurt, he's going to be Steph of 2020.
Well,
the league has changed drastically in the last few years.
But, the right on the table, the first right of the day brought to you by Echo Pest Control is, in my reality, in my world, and I think I'm speaking a lot for Dub Nation. You could tell me if I'm wrong. Sonny, you won't like to hear this, but unfortunately, I don't even know why I use that word. That Clipper game is why fans still feel like the Warriors need to do everything in the play-in for Steph. Because when he's upright and healthy and there's stakes involved, he can still do that.
How often?
That I don't have the answer to.
Do you think he could do it for a whole playoff series? One whole playoff series
I'm
next
hoping
year?
with some help he can.
Okay. What about 2 series?
I'm hoping with some help he can.
Okay.
But I know where you're going.
Okay.
But
all I'm saying
think
is
the organizations think that they're like, Steiny, you're making all sense, but we can't move or alter all in for Steph predicated on us not being proactive, thinking he can't last. Now, how do we get better?
I don't think being proactive is crossing your fingers that Steph's going to be able to play 65 games.
That's why LeBron James on line 1 or Kawhi Leonard on line 2. I'm thinking they're thinking.
Do you acknowledge any difference between a 6'9", 260-pound LeBron James and a 6'7", 228-pound Kawhi Leonard and Steph Curry?
Yeah, Steiny, I use that's why they're trying to go get those guys services.
Okay.
That's why I brought up those two guys.